So yeah, we are the weird smokes and we're doing a game series TierList. We're just going to rank all the game series of probably good from a tier of legendary to totally bad. These are all a good bunch. Probably even if they come in trash, that doesn't mean they are bad as a series. They're just trash from the start. That's the only thing. Okay, let's start. What should we
Voice
start with?
crack.
Okay, start with the whole. Just start with the first one. We'll
Okay,
go
Assassin's Creed.
according to the order.
Okay, Assassin's Creed. Where should I
Okay.
place this?
Um. Okay, Assassin's Creed. See, I mean, it's a good game. It was kind of revolutionary at the time,
Just wait.
but
Just wait.
some
Okay.
there's some like what do you call it? Some discrepancies in it. I would rate it decent.
Decent. The newer ones did. Origins was okayish, if I say. I don't know.
See, I
Two
played like the
was
first three
two was
Assassin's
good.
Creed.
Two was good. Two was good. One was also good.
I liked Black Flag and Unity. I mean, Black Flag not so much. Unity I liked more. But I think they kind of messed it up in
As
Syndicate.
Yeah, as a series, I think it didn't do well as one of the games did. I think overall
I mean,
everyone's
initially it used to be really good. Initially it used to be really good, like the first
yeah.
two or three parts. Then it started declining. Unity was like a kind of like I thought they would do better after Unity, but Syndicate was a disappointment.
Yeah, I think both comes under decent. What do you say, Orion?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like I played the original first one. The game was like very good in terms of its graphical fidelity. So, and it still stands up like in today's standard. But the game lacked what you call it, like the open-ended exploration and quest system. Quest system was more like pet system, which were like taken from almost all the games. Like all of the games had a generic fetch and uh, clearing quest system. You have to clear a bandit camp and like proceed on. Unlike the ones which the other games like Witcher 3 where you had to go and like fetch and like instead of like a fetch the system you were supposed to like 44 like the right word is like it had a story like you have a reason to do that thing in Witcher but you don't like why were you supposed to do it. That's it for myself.
yeah, true. That's true.
Where will you rank it?
I will rank the grades like grade. It's not elite like the recent one and like the original games. Because they are like too open and they had seen first one instead of being a proper story based game. So I will rate it grade.
I put it in decent. I think which is comes in great compared to all the other games you have. Okay, Batman.
Yeah,
For me, it's elite. It must be an elite.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Even
really
for
like
me, it's
Arkham
elite.
City. The stealth
The
missions were good.
graphics,
The
the
storyline
graphics
was
were too
also
good.
great.
Storyline graphics were too good. I would
And
agree.
the problem was Origins. Origins wasn't that compared to the others.
Yeah, it wasn't explained properly, the origins. It was a bit confusing.
And I found the Origins felt a bit tough compared to the other games.
Yeah, true. Otherwise, the rest of the story is really good. It's really well made.
Yeah, uh, so it comes under elite.
Yeah, it has to.
Battlefield.
Battlefield, I'd keep it in an average. I mean, I didn't find it that great. I'll put it like somewhere between like I'm confused between decent and bad. I
Decent.
mean, you think decent, Ananta?
I don't know. I have not even played Battlefield. Maybe
Wow.
decent, maybe average. I've heard it was a good
Well,
game.
It
That's the
is,
only reason.
see, it is a good game, but I mean, I'd put it in decent. But if there was an average tier in this, I would have put it over there. It just makes
if
decent
you
for
have
me.
given me like So if you
I
have
mean,
given me like Call of
the
Duty and
top.
Battlefield, I would have put Battlefield in Elite because the game, like in terms of the expansiveness, like you had all the things, and like in Battlefield you had like the tanks, the ships, and the planes and all. In Battlefield 1942, especially you had class systems. So let's say you are an what do you call it, rifleman. You cannot like go and equip a plane because you are supposed to be a what do you call it, grenadier. That class system helps. Like you can play the game in terms of like strategically, you can go and play through the games. Unlike Call of Duty, you instead of like running and gunning, like the way you do it in Blue, but with more militaristic terms, like the one in Call of Duty and Battlefield, it's much more strategic. You have to like command a squad and all. So I will rate it elite,
Elite.
and the graphics are rated like it
I mean,
compensates
the
like
graphics
you can
are.
consider it because it's 942
Yeah,
and
I
it's
mean,
old, like it came back around like early 2005. So I will rate Battlefield 942 as elite.
yeah, 1942 is good, but the problem is the series. As a series, I mean, if you look at the latest installment, a lot of people, I mean, it's divided. The
You
fan
like
base
that
is divided.
Battlefield 5 if you yeah, but if you like compare Battlefield 5 with the latest Call of Duty World at War, 1942 Battlefield 5 is much better because it has a very good graphic. It has very good graphics and very good story in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah,
let's not
I
say
mean,
it a story, but a short synopsis of
yeah,
like
because
intakes,
because
I guess.
Battlefield
That's yeah,
started off well. Again, like most of the companies, it became a bit repetitive on its approach, and I think
yeah,
that makes it decent because you have really good game. Then you keep on using the same formula
yeah,
again and again. It doesn't work a lot of times. I think they tried the same with a
yeah,
lot of things, and probably that's the reason there's a lot of
yeah. It's not
backlash.
about this game. No, like Battle is a good game. You know, like the recent, not the recent, but have you heard about like Battlefield? The game was so good that few models made it into a like a medicine simulator. So I feel like this thing. You call it Project Reality, and you had this troops like you had troops like four-player squads, and that squad is being commanded by a commander, and you had objectives. Both the opposite team had their objectives. Like your team will be playing an offensive side, so you are supposed to like destroy any targets, and the defensive team has to like prevent the destruction of their assets and all. And unlike this thing, the contemporary shooters where you had to like, so you can take multiple bullet holes and all in the project reality mode of the Battlefield 2. Uh, every bullet can like quickly injure you. So in terms of like the audience, Battlefield 5 never really did well in terms of Firestorm Battlefield or more. But now they are making Battlefield 6, so I have hopes for it. Like
Yeah, I mean,
how
let's
it's going
see.
to be.
Let's see. These are
So where are
interesting.
you ranking Battlefield?
He's ranking in elite, but I mean,
What about
I
there
you?
think
are
it's
few people
decent.
who want to put decent. I mean, see, it's between elite and decent. It's like exactly between, if you know. It's not that great like Arkham series, or it's not that to a
See,
level of
see, you
Assassin's
cannot
Creed. Yeah, you can.
compare. See, no, see, you cannot compare a shooter to a this thing, melee combated games or arcade style games because shooters are different. Like, you can compare CS, Doom, and COD with Battlefield, but you cannot compare shooters with which are like they're totally different.
Yeah, I mean, these are
I
all
mean, if
true RPG games, honestly.
you can compare,
More than
uh,
for FPS, first person shooters or third person. I
yeah,
mean, shooter games. I mean, generally I find shooter games a bit monotonous and repetitive. Some of them are good, but after some time, if you keep on playing, you get bored.
yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
that's true as well.
how the game.
But in RPG, you
So what?
don't get that feeling. You can play even after you finish one story. You might after some time you can again play again the whole thing or make another run with different choices.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And if you look at RPG these days, they are going more and more choice based. They are giving players more and more choice, like how you want to play, what kind of story you can go for.
Uh,
They are
no,
doing
like
it
in
a lot.
recent
You can
times,
see.
the RPG term has been used very. So let's say the original RPGs or the computer-based RPGs, the CRPGs, uh, the choices in the CRPGs and the consequences in terms of the world and how the like what type of character you had. In recent terms, like the RPG, like Witcher, I cannot like call it a true RPG, but it's an RPG, right? So you already know the premise of your character, in which you know like who is he and what is he, like what's the story, like what you're supposed to do. In recent terms, the RPGs use what do you call it? Um, they use interactions in such a way that the stories will only affect a certain portion of the gameplay. It won't affect the expansiveness of the game. Like if we
Yeah,
say Divinity, in Divinity, if you play like a red prince who is a lizard cat, and if you go across the town, people will like despise you. Like even if you're like a good character, like even if you play like a good person, but they might despise you. But if you play as Pain is skeleton character, undead character, and if you remove your mask, people will just start attacking you. And if you play as Icon, like that guy, people might be quite chill with you, but they might follow you as a because you are a mask and roll the game. That's how the RPG works. Unlike in Witcher, like they will just they'll just look at you and say that you're a white hair guy and he's a Witcher. You're a Witcher. That's
yeah,
how it
I mean,
works.
that's
Like
exactly.
the choice system, it's not about the choice system in the RPG. Like most of the game in the choice system, even Bioshock can be called as a immersive sim, sim, so then the immersive sim currency does not have a open-ended story. I mean, it has an open-ended story. Like Ken Levine did a very good job with the environment and stuff. But if you call it in RPGs, I might just like I cannot like call it a true RPG. It's an action RPG, and I just see RPGs and all.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Okay, Call of Duty. Well,
Call
I
of
mean, I've
Duty,
Call
I
of
played
Duty.
personally don't rate
most.
Call of Duty that much. But like Modern Warfare, Infinite Warfare, these games are okay. But otherwise, I mean, Black Ops was overhyped. I didn't like Black Ops that much. Black Ops was overhyped.
Oh yeah. Also, first of
Yes.
all, these are all our own opinion. We are not telling if a game is bad. That doesn't mean the game is actually bad. It's just our opinion.
Yeah, please don't get offended if we
Yeah.
rate your favorite game trash.
I mean, because Call of Duty is one of those games where whatever
The
you say, even
Warzone
if
is
you
right
put in
now.
legendary, people are going to hate you. So on if you even put
In
in
terms of
trash,
like
obviously.
gameplay, I would have avoided.
I mean, Call of Duty. Uh, well, I played Ghost. Ghost was good. Then I played Modern Warfare, but I didn't really like the system. Yeah, I didn't like the
Yeah,
it.
Ghost I somewhat liked. I mean, the shooting was obviously horrible, like just like any other Call of Duty game. But story was decent, actually. I mean, it's not that bad, the story, but the shooting. I mean, the main part of the game, that is the shooting part, that was horrible.
And
I
overall,
mean,
I think
I
overall
would like,
COD.
yeah,
I think overall,
overall
if
for
you
me it's bad.
I mean,
What
it's a
What
about
little
War?
overrated in my opinion. Yeah, it's overrated in
Yeah,
perspective.
it's highly overrated.
What do you think? What do you guys think?
well,
Sure.
if I say like the Call of Duty World War, like the one which came after this thing, Black Ops, it was developed by another studio. I guess it's wait, what's the studio? What is the name? I think it's Reynolds. Right. Activision Blizzard didn't develop
No, Activision did
the
the
World
game, right?
War. No, no, no. There was this another studio which developed Call of Duty World at War and Dark Ops series because they have a different timeline and not a different timeline but a different story compared to the original Modern Warfare series. So in this thing, World War, you play the story was good. You were playing as a American PVC and Soviet a Soviet with the help of this guy. But it's not, I guess. No, wait. I don't remember the name.
So
But in Black
where do
Ops,
you rank
the
it?
story continues.
I mean, I rank
Uh,
given my experience in
uh,
COD.
I will,
I mean, I rank it in
I
bad.
will rank
I
for
mean,
it.
people are going to hate me a
No, I
lot,
will rank it.
but I rank
I
it
will
in bad.
great.
How would you guys rank
COD
it?
is great. I mean, it revolutionized the multiplayer series, like just like how Halo did. I will rank it
I
at
mean,
bad.
Halo was good. I mean, it actually revolutionized even the shooting perspective.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Halo once we get to the game. It's also there in the list, don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, so where do you guys will rank COD?
I will put,
Bad for me.
I will, I'll put it in great.
Uh, two, one great, other one bad. What about the other?
Average.
Bad. I mean, there's no average, Ananta. You need to either rate it decent or bad.
No,
Decent,
we have
elite.
average, we have legendary, elite,
We,
great, average, and
No,
trash.
it's legendary, elite, decent, bad, trash.
Yeah.
for me, it's like average. I don't know.
Put you can share your screen if possible.
Wait, give me a minute.
I mean, Ananta and Ron, what do you guys think?
I
I
don't know.
will call it not the internet box.
I mean, I'm calling it bad only because it is overrated, overhyped.
Well, I won't call it bad even.
See, I
I
wouldn't
like
call
it,
it bad either. I'll call it
but
average.
I won't rate it bad
So,
because of its being overrated.
So probably
I will
decent.
call that which I think elite or legendary because it's a good game. But
don't you dare put it in elite.
Okay. I mean, decent or elite.
Put it in decent.
Then everything will be decent. So they can say
Don't
No,
worry,
that.
there are some bad games over here.
I mean, there are actual bad games, so you don't need to worry.
Uh, I'm not
Counter
playing.
Strike,
A legendary.
yes.
Somewhere between elite and legendary. I
I
mean,
mean, it
obviously,
must
it
be
was like
elite.
the first of the FPS shooters. I mean, first of the famous
First of
FPS
the,
shooters got
I mean,
into mainstream.
1.16, 1.16 started it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it started a whole trend.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think it should be
Go did well.
legendary.
Go did well. Out of all the series, I mean, of games in Counter Strike,
No,
I think,
I think I agree with Ananta. It should be legendary only because it has achieved cult status.
well, I mean, that's true. But if you look at it, there are a lot of bugs. I mean, everything has a flaw, and
Yeah,
almost everything in this.
obviously. Yeah, and
The
it's not
gun
like
loadout,
perfect as
I
well,
didn't,
but
I
it
didn't like
it
the
has
gun
it
loadout,
has helped build.
and Counter Strike still lives in the past of the aim, the aim thing, the crosshair. I mean, it's bad. The sniper aims. It's basically bad. I don't like snipers in Counter Strike easily. I think
Yeah, I
neither
mean,
people right.
yeah, I
The
love
aim is,
CS. That is.
and given our videos itself, people can know if people like it or not. It's I'll put it in elite as a
Yeah.
series. I didn't. Some of the guns are good. Some of the mechanics for some guns, like for example, MP7 spread. Sometimes it's so inconsistent. Sometimes it goes
Hmm.
right in the head. Other times it's like you make a house around it. You should. It's like a stormtrooper. The spread is too
Hmm.
bad. The spread is another thing. It's bad.
But that, yeah, you can control me. It's like pro players usually control.
Yeah, I mean, see, basically the spread is because of the recoil, and I mean, this is in my opinion, the recoil that you get in CS is more realistic than what you'll get in other games.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean it's still a bit outdated. If you compare new games like Valorant,
Yeah, obviously, I mean, because I mean, yeah, obviously
they have
the
better system of gun
shooting
gunplay.
aspect of it needs to be fixed. But I mean, Valorant, PUBG, Fortnite, these are like more modern games, like post 2018 games. Whereas the latest version of Counter Strike, that is Global Offensive, has been released in 2012.
and still people are playing. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
and there are
still it's
still like millions of people. Even there's even an esports tournament with a $300 million cash prize for the winners. So I mean, yeah, it's still pumping a lot of money.
I mean given it's between legendary and elite, I'll put it in elite. Okay.
Elite is fine. I mean, personally, if I would have done it, I would have put in legendary. But yeah, elite is also good. What about you, Rohan?
What Counter Strike does. If we compare it with the original Counter Strike, the mod which made Counter Strike, it was not good. But 1.6 is much better than 1.4 or 1.5. Like in terms of gameplay. Um, I mean, in terms of graphics, because the gameplay was quite similar. And that's it. Like, I don't know like where to add it. I might just add it in Elite or something. Elite or
Okay,
Legendary.
then we all agree on elite.
Diablo 1 and 2.
Diablo, Diablo for
Diablo
me. I
3.
mean,
Oh
it
wait,
gave me kind of League of Legends vibes, but
I liked
not as
1.
much. I mean,
I liked 1. I mean
it's
I
like
saw
a
2 but I didn't play
underscale.
it
You
properly.
can't compare Diablo with.
I
Oh,
mean I
you
like
cannot
1.
compare Diablo with LOL. It's like comparing to. You can compare Dota and LOL.
they're
Difference
both
between
He says it gives that
see,
vibes, but he's not
see.
exactly the
comparing.
same.
I
They're
mean,
both
I think
very
you were
very
like
similar.
saying
What I'm trying to
no.
say.
I think you're saying it because it looks isometric, right? But Diablo is what. Diablo is what isometric RPG is what TierList for. It's like an action RPG. Unlike the original CRPGs, the Blizzard team made a action RPG. So in this thing,
Yeah, I mean it's
basically like
similar to
you
Doom. It's similar to Doom.
you complete quest. No, it's
It's
not similar to Doom.
no,
It's
no, it is
like
actually
what
similar.
Doom is to FPS. And
But Doom is
no,
based
no,
on
no.
FPS, but
You're not getting it.
you have the same action RPG. You know, you don't
No, Doom
have
is not
Doom.
RPG. Wait,
No, it is
the
RPG.
original.
Yeah, you
Uh,
need to
no,
play through
wait,
the
wait.
entire of Hell
Listen to me.
between
The
Phobos and the
RPG in
Doom.
Doom. There's a difference between RPG. RPG is quest lines. Doom does not.
Doom
Basically,
has role playing. What are you
has
talking
this
about?
thing.
Doom actually
It
has
has
role
chap-
play.
it
You
has
play as Doom guy. You have a
you
role
play as Doom
to
guy. You
play,
don't do quest line. I'm
but you
talking about
still
the
have a
original
role.
Doom stories. Yeah,
I mean, it still gives role.
listen.
It's action
Even
RPG.
even even Counter Strike is an RPG because you have a
I
role
mean,
of a terrorist or a ability.
Counter
See,
Strike is totally
that's
different
the
game.
reason
In
I'm
Counter Strike, you have two two different set of teams. You need to defuse the bomb, or
see that's why
put
you are
the bomb.
not.
In Doom, it's not like that. Oh, what have you played in Doom? Doom,
See,
you need to
you're
you
not
need to
trying to
go
understand
through
what I'm
a
trying to say.
series of masks. I mean, and
You're
you legit
you
have a
you're like
role in
underestimating
Doom.
the idea of D&D. This Diablo is loosely based on D&D series, D&D, the
Yeah,
Dungeon and Dragons, and then paper stuff. So Diablo works like you have character sheet, you have all the resources from the normal RPG game, but the game put much emphasis on the action rather than the story. So you don't play Doom for Diablo for its story. I mean,
I mean
always
that
you play
I
it for
mean,
its setting.
if
It
you
has a
just
gloomy
because you
setting,
don't play Doom for the
and
story, that doesn't mean it doesn't have a story. It does have a story.
I'm saying, see, you cannot say Doom is an RPG. There's a difference between an RPG and a shooter. Doom is a shooter. It's a Wolfenstein, like it's a what do you call it? The improved version of Wolfenstein 3D. Diablo is what an RPG. Diablo was a selling point thing. Like every game was a Diablo like game, just like how every shooter like which came after Doom was a Doom shooter or a Doom copy. In that way, Diablo is different. Like Diablo has everything. Like you have an isometric RPG, you have a action based system. You can go anywhere and interact anywhere. You have to strategize your movement and your things, your resources, and that's how you play Diablo. I
Okay, where do you
will
place it?
play Diablo as
Diablo.
I will place it in Legend because
I'll place it in
like
Elite.
I played 2 and 1.
I mean, I
I'll
can't say I've not played the game. I only seen like the game, somewhat of the gameplay. I've not played it.
I'll place it in Elite then.
I mean,
Okay, Doom.
I'm placing it in Legendary because I played the Doom is Legend.
Doom is
It had
legendary. I mean,
everything like
Yeah,
of course,
you
Doom is
had
legend.
land,
I mean, it has been there
yeah,
for for a long
yeah,
time, and
you have land co-op and all everything.
okay. I mean, we already had the discussion of Doom and Diablo.
yeah. So I mean, yeah,
I mean, Doom Eternal, yeah, I mean, it's good. Probably a really good game. The the introduction of Doom Slayer. I mean, it's clearly Doom guy. Yeah, I like the game. Okay, FIFA. I'm putting FIFA in bad for the main reason.
yeah.
First of
FIFA
all,
initially used to be good. Initially, FIFA used
Yeah.
to be very good
okay,
till like
let me
15,
let me
for
let
15.
me tell the reason why I'm putting FIFA in bad. FIFA as a series, I'm putting it as in bad. Main reason is more and more games come out. They have the same gameplay, obviously. It's like Madden or NFL, all these games. Thing is, it gets more microtransactions. You need to pay your money if you want to be one of the best, especially in Ultimate. FIFA 15 was really good. It started off well. FIFA 17's motion was good. 18 was okayish. I really didn't like 18's movement and everything. 19 was uh, advancement to 18. 20 was, 20 they had player sensor where your player gets to know how to move, where to move. It's basically good for the press and everything. And I think in 19 only they added extra match tactics and everything. Overall, it's an improvement in games, but as a series and given its other medium, other than career mode, if you play other than anything other than career mode, in recent games, you need to pay your way to win. It's simple.
Yeah, especially online, like foot draft and all those types. See, I've played more than, I think, from FIFA 8 to FIFA 16. I've played more than half of the games, especially 14. I've played a lot, and I liked. I mean, I liked most of the aspects of the game. There was some, obviously. I mean, uh, like the sprint and all was really fixed. So so even if you have an 86 pace striker and if you have like a 74 pace defender in FIFA 14, there wasn't really much difference in their actual sprint. So that was one thing. But otherwise, career mode, even tournaments, they were really good at that time. But then, why even I agree with Hoot on keeping it bad is they introduced, I think in FIFA 17 or 18, they introduced something called as the journey. Was it
Yeah, that's right.
17? Yeah, the
Journey
journey.
started
It
in
was it. The idea
17.
was good. I mean, the idea of the
I mean,
how they
it's more
advertised it,
you
it was
play
really
under
good.
Alex Hunter and everything.
Yeah, with Alex Hunter. They even, I think, tried to introduce his sister and someone else, some other white dude. Uh, but why I felt it was bad because see, basically, it was like only one season, and your path, your journey to any silverware was like fixed. You, I mean, even if you like join like a mid-table club such as like Aston Villa or something, even if you join like the top clubs such as Manchester City or Chelsea or
You're going to end
even
up in Real
Liverpool,
Madrid.
you end up winning the same trophy. I mean,
Or,
that's so broken. You can't even have your own journey. It's like you
I
can
mean,
have
there's
your own
nothing
journey, but you
journey in
can't
that.
have your own journey.
There's nothing journey in that.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
also,
mean,
FIFA
that's why
18.
it is so broken.
It,
And the glitches. I can't even start with the glitches. That's also
and
so broken that that's what
FIFA
breaks the game
17,
even.
the
For
thing
me, it's
is,
bad.
FIFA 17, which is, I mean, not FIFA 17, FIFA 19, you are still going to end up in Real Madrid. So,
Yeah,
I mean, oh, what's the point? Well, FIFA 20
yeah,
brought
exactly.
back their FIFA Street mechanic, which is good, but I mean, it's again broken. It's broken a lot. I played
Personally, I would have put it in trash. But the only two reasons why I wouldn't put it in trash. First is FIFA Street, and second is the soundtrack. The soundtracks are just too good, especially in the
Those
previous
are good.
ones, like till 16, till 15 or 16, they were really good. The
I mean,
soundtracks.
16, if you compare 15 to 16, 16 is a low level game. In my opinion, I didn't like FIFA
Yeah,
16. 16
yeah.
was the
I've played
best.
both 15 and 16. 15 was much better,
I mean,
but I mean
16
the
was the
soundtracks.
best.
Yeah,
The game.
soundtracks like somehow saved the game. But then I think after 17 and all that, the games. I mean, the soundtracks also wasn't. So yeah, I'd keep it in bad only because of FIFA Street and the soundtracks. Otherwise, the game is horrible.
Yeah, the glitches also, as
Yeah,
Richie did mention. I mean,
yeah,
the glitches are one of the worst.
exactly. They're bad, they're horrible.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, I found it decent
Yeah, I mean,
whenever I played it.
yeah, it's not that great, and it's not that
Yeah,
bad also. It's good.
yeah.
It has a
See, some
medium
parts of
plot line.
some aspects of the gameplay are good. Uh, so like, I mean, see the graphics. So the graphics part of it is also good. Some parts of the gameplay, uh, some of the, I mean, in the whole gameplay, some parts of it are like really good, but other parts I found like not so great. I found it average.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but again, given it's turn-based, most of its first games are turn-based. It gets boring.
What
It's
about
not
Rohan
getting
and
boring.
Ananta? What about you guys?
I've
For
never
Final
played that.
Fantasy, um, it's a JRP. Like I know, like
Yeah,
that's like not much about it. But as of what I have heard, it's a good game. It's like it has it defined the JRPG genre. So for me, it's a really
I mean, but plot-wise, there's a lot of plot holes. They created a lot of plot holes.
yeah, like we play as Cloud, right? So
Yeah,
I don't know what's
I mean,
the series,
and
but in
I
terms
mean,
of plot,
the
seven
There's
is good.
also that creepy pasta also is there, or is it urban legend? I don't know. Where
Yeah, I mean,
that
whatever you want to
place
call it.
is. I mean, it's decent. In my opinion, it's decent. It's it can be elite, but some of the plot, sometimes the music blasts in your ears, can't play properly. Yeah, I mean, it's overall it's decent. God of War.
God of War, I'd put shit somewhere between Elite and Legendary because it has. I mean, it's a really influential game.
I think legendary.
Okay, I mean, Anita has said
I mean,
legendary.
Yeah, I mean, like
I
this is
I
one
mean,
of the few
I
games
feel
I at least seen the gameplay.
I'll
I
put
mean, I
it
don't
I
know
I
about the recent one that won Game of the Year, but I know Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus. They were. I mean, Ghost of Sparta. The end, I didn't get it. I mean, Kratos. Yeah, I mean, he kills Zeus, but then he kills himself as well, obviously. Uh, but
I mean,
some part of the ending, I didn't get. Like
I
in
mean
see
overall,
in Ghost of Sparta. See in Ghost of Sparta, he like how do I say it? He is. I mean, obviously, he is the main character, and he. I mean, basically getting his revenge. He's getting his vengeance. But
yeah.
like killing like someone like Zeus is like next to impossible, in my opinion. I
Well,
mean, why is he called the god of gods, the king of gods? I mean, there is a reason, right? Him
well,
killing
in my
Zeus is like, I know it's a game, but still, like killing someone like Zeus is like next to impossible. But otherwise,
yeah,
rest of the
that
game is really good. Rest of
I
the
get your
graphics and all are really good.
yeah, I get your plot very constructive criticism, but overall, I think that needs to be there for at least for Kratos' character because first we get to know he killed his wife and child because of Ares, which angered him. The
Yeah,
anger is clear, and it's also a prophecy. If you observe, Kratos said it was a prophecy. I mean, not
hmm,
Kratos. Sorry. Um, in the Greek legend, there's a prophecy that son of Zeus will kill him, just like son of the Titan will kill him. So Zeus killed the Titan, and Kratos needs to kill Zeus. So it's much of a prophecy. Athenia tried her best to defend, and she came between Zeus and Kratos, which was which also developed Kratos' character way more. And in the latest game, where he goes, it's more on Norse gods. It's more on Scandinavia and these areas. And I think the relationship with him and his kid that was good because
that was actually
he
good.
he didn't
I like
he
that
didn't
part.
want he didn't want him to end like him. What happened to him? He lost his
Yeah,
brother at his young age, and I mean
true.
that's a good thing. The plot, the graphics, the fighting mechanism was also good. I really like
Yeah,
plus the fighting mechanism.
fighting mechanism is elite, legendary for me. I loved the fighting mechanism.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I need to
I'd
give
put in
you
a legendary. I'd put in legendary.
Grand Theft Auto.
Legendary.
Well, the
I'd
another
put it in elite.
controversial,
I'd put it in elite.
another
That's
controversial title.
like
Yeah.
Well,
consider GTA 5. Like
See, San Andreas, if it was just San
San Andreas,
Andreas,
GTA 5,
it's
Vice
legendary.
City, all of
It's,
them.
GTA 5, I'd put it in elite because, see, I played like the end part of the game. I found it a bit overrated. I mean, the storyline was, see, the story, I mean, the end story there,
Story, the
I
map,
felt it was
everything was
rushed.
like
I
iconic
felt
and
it was
enjoyed.
rushed. The
the
end part of
heist,
like GTA 5 was rushed, I felt.
San
It didn't make sense to
Andreas
me.
is a good thing
Yeah.
for
See, one game one part of GTA I can properly talk about is Vice City. Vice City was too good. I've got to agree. Even if the graphics didn't look that good, but the story was really good. Well paced. The pace of the story was good. It seems long, but it is really good. Like even the plot twists are damn good. When Lance, in the end, Lance betrays him. Then when they and him and Lance try to betray Diaz,
Yeah,
that's it's really good.
But
And obviously, GTA Vice City will always be remembered for that infamous helicopter mission.
yeah.
Yeah, if you guys remember it, Ananta.
yeah,
So I mean, I feel like putting it in legendary, but somehow I'm
like
stopping myself from putting it in legendary.
Well, I mean, I'm not a great advocate of Grand Theft Auto. I always found it a bit overrated, and probably because
Yeah, I mean,
I,
understandable because it's being so talked about, like even especially in recent times.
yeah,
When I think ever since it had become free on Steam, and obviously, yeah, we need to also consider the fact that GTA 5 is I think is the most sold game
yeah.
in yeah, most purchased game.
Yeah, Epic also made it free. I didn't like the online version of Grand Theft Auto 5. The online was bad. I mean,
Hmm.
it's broken. The online is broken. They can make it better. Overall, I think it comes in a league form. Gran
Elite for
Turismo.
me as well. I would have loved to put in legendary, but just falls short.
Okay, moving on. Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo, I mean, see, I mean, obviously, this is a much different game from all the others that we've talked about so far. We have like basically talked about RPGs and FPS shooters mainly. This is different. This is like a car racing game. Obviously, it has many game modes in it, and Gran Turismo I found it decent. Nothing great about the game, but yeah, it is good in what it does. So I put it decent.
It's okay, yeah. Halo.
Yeah,
Halo,
Halo
I
I'll
mean,
put elite.
another.
Halo can't be legendary. Halo is elite. No
elite
matter
for me also.
who.
Another
I'm sorry,
controversial.
whoever I'm triggering if I put Halo in elite. But I mean, see, Halo as an FPS is really good. Some of the mechanisms are really good. The grenade mechanism I really liked in Halo. Some of the guns I really liked. I don't remember the names of the guns now, but some of the guns I really liked in Halo.
I
Yeah,
mean,
overall I'd
Halo,
put it in elite.
Halo, Halo.
It's an elite game for me.
Also, this one.
Next,
They have a good plot line also.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean I'm
Songs
not
are
sure
also
much
good.
about the campaign mode because I've played more of multiplayer than I've played campaign. So
The
yeah, in
gunplay is good. I mean,
yeah the
gunplay I
gunplay
like
I
it
can
more
say.
than I
Yeah,
like
even
it
I
more in
even I
COD.
agree. The gunplay is really good in it.
Yeah.
next.
Okay. The Legend
Only
of Zelda. Okay. Well, Legend of Zelda, given
oh, the
it's
legend.
yeah, it has a lot of games starting from the original one till right now, Breath of the Wild. I mean, you could see Breath of the Wild was a really big change.
It's a Nintendo game, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, or you can use emulators also to play. Okay, well, where is Ryan? Any opinion on it?
He left.
Orion, he left us. He had to go. So it's like three of us. That's no
Yeah.
problem.
I mean, I'll put the Legend of Zelda. I mean, I can put it in legendary, but I'll
I
put
mean,
it
I
in
don't
elite.
have enough knowledge on Legend of Zelda to rate it. I mean, yeah, it must be. I mean, I haven't played Legend of Zelda
I've
that
heard
much.
it, but I've never played it. Like I said, I've watched
Yeah,
it.
me neither. Me neither.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good game. It's a must play. I played the original one and two, Legend of Zelda one and two, Adventure of Link. Then I played.
I mean, it must be. It must be
Yeah, I
Legend of
mean
Zelda.
it's
I
good.
mean,
Even the plot. The plot is really interesting. There's a lot more to discover. Uh, and I mean, even though the most of the main antagonist is, well, you can say Ganon or Ganondorf. Even in the, I think What's the thing? Skyward Sword. That's the first in the timeline. If I'm right, Skyward Sword comes first. Then the Ocarina of Time is the splitting part of timeline where they time travel from past to present and they split it. I think it's good. Mario Kart. Well,
Mario Kart, I'd put it in elite.
elite.
Somewhere
Um,
between decent and elite for me. It's somewhere between decent and elite for me. Obviously, uh, like literally the first word of the game, Mario.
yeah, I mean,
That is
yeah,
legendary. But Mario Kart, I mean, I found it a bit underwhelming. I mean,
yeah,
obviously, I was hyped. I was hyped the first time when I was going to play Mario Kart. I was hyped, like, wow, it's going to be a really good game. But I found it underwhelming a bit. Obviously, some mechanisms are really good. Like, I don't know what's it called, the special abilities,
yeah.
where you
You
pick
need
up
to
all those
pick up.
banana and all that. That was good.
Okay,
Makes it
well,
more
as per
competitive.
biased opinion, I hate this game. I hate this game to the core. I hate this game. I can't stand this game, man. I mean, it's so annoying. Maybe I'm too bad at this game. Yeah, I mean, I, I think I'm bad at this game. But this game sucks. I'll I could put it in trash. But given how if you actually play well, I think it comes in decent or elite. But I hate this game because every single time I play with my friends, they do something and somehow I'll end up in last. Yeah, there is no I can't control the vehicle. I can't I don't even if I use an ability it doesn't work on anyone. And that's the thing. And I think I've rarely
I mean, I
finished
have
a
no
game.
problem to put it in bad or trash. I mean,
Yeah, I mean
I
that's
mean,
because of
it
biased
was
opinion.
good in some aspects, but overall it was average.
Yeah, I mean it's decent. But
Hmm.
given my unbiased opinion, it's trash. I hate that game. Okay, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat needs to be in elite. I mean, they really revolutionized the 2D fighting, one-on-one
Mortal
fighting.
Kombat is Mortal
I really
Kombat
like
is
it.
decent for me. I mean, I'm not taking into account all the gore and all that it comes, especially in Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah, I mean,
The
it's decent.
fighting is like, yeah, obviously, if you still look at the initial versions of it, fighting like actually reminds you of the 90s time. So I mean, yeah, I put it in decent.
Well, I mean, I might put it in elite. Main reason is I think it really brought the one-on-one combat really well. They fixed it really well. Even the fatality. I really like most of the fatalities, especially Scorpios. Plot-wise, it is a really good story. Okay, Ananta, what do you say?
I think I've not played that much, but I think decent. I don't think so. It's like at the level of Counter Strike or something. Elite.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Yeah, even I don't think so. I mean, it has been talked about quite a lot, but I don't think it is on that level.
Okay, decent it is.
I mean,
Pac-Man,
you can shift Mario Kart to bad. Even I
The
don't.
decent one is like filling up.
eh, No, no, not because that. Even now that I think about it, Mario Kart is not that good.
It's not
yeah,
like
I mean,
as good
some
as
of the
like Call
cars
of
are good.
Duty.
I mean, it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable when you're winning. It's not enjoyable when
Yeah,
you're losing.
I mean that's like the case with, I mean, like 60% of the games.
I mean, even if I put
Even in the case
normally,
of FIFA, which is bad.
yeah, I mean, these games, no, these Mario Kart, FIFA, it's high salt induced. I mean, so is COD and Counter Strike, but at least in Counter Strike, you can come back. In Mario Kart, if you go behind, no, I mean, it's going to take a long journey. I'll put it back. I did like it. But overall, I think the game graphics and everything was good. Pac-Man, Yeah, Pac-Man. What do you guys say about Pac-Man?
Okay, now we can hear you.
I think legendary Pac-Man is for me.
Pac-Man, yeah. I mean,
I
yeah,
mean that's
it's
the only
legend.
game I used to play when I was like really small.
No, I mean Pac-Man has to be legendary.
Yeah,
There are no two ways about it.
Okay. I mean, this one almost everyone at least should have known of Pokemon.
Pokemon, personally, I've just played a very little compared to how many games there are. I mean, I've played very little, but yeah, I rate Pokemon.
I just didn't like the Pokemon Go, the red and everything.
Now, Go, I don't consider Go to be a part of the other Pokemons.
Yeah,
Personally, I don't know about the others. Even who, for that matter, who actually used. I mean, personally, I think I personally put it in somewhere between elite and decent.
I mean, Pokemon. The thing about
it's like
Pokemon is that it's been 20, 25 years and they have survived using the same formula, which is a big thing.
Yeah,
but that's
actually,
not about
I
the
gotta give.
game, right? It was like mainly because of the show and like stuff. If you consider it as a
Well,
game,
I
then I
mean,
don't know.
the show came after, but if you look at the record stats, Pokemon Red was the highest selling game
Yeah, but see,
and
there was
highest rated game.
Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue also. Compare.
I mean, both are the same game.
Yeah, that's so there.
Overall, I mean,
That's why.
it's an elite game. They
Yeah, Elite, not
given
about. I can't say about.
yeah. I mean, I
No,
can't say
you
it's
need to be
elite.
like a really, really good game to be in legendary.
I mean, if you look at it, well, the main reason it is elite is it has survived using the same formula all these years, and people still it's still a huge deal. If there's a
Yeah,
Pokemon release, people still get the news. There's a new game coming out.
true.
So I mean,
I'd put
it's a
it in
big deal.
elite. Personally, I'd put it in elite.
Yeah, for 20 years, I think using the game formula, and it's
Mm.
great.
It's like along with like Counter Strike and all that, who have been able to keep like consistency for 20, 25 years, 20 years plus at least.
Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2.
I
I
mean,
think I need to put
I
it.
have personally not played this game that much. I mean, I think what 2018 Red Dead released in 2018.
Yeah, the
I
same
think
year as Spider-Man,
people were saying it deserved to win Game of the Year.
but it has God
I
of
mean, I
War and
don't.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it was in the same year.
it's
So
good. It's a good
I'm.
game. I like Red Dead Redemption.
I mean, I'm
I
not
put
sure.
it
I've
in
not played the
elite.
game or even seen the gameplay. So I mean, I can't say much about it. If Ananta, if you can say anything, then yeah.
I, like, I think decent or Elite. Yeah, same that.
I think
I mean,
online.
if it was competing with the likes of Spider-Man with the PS4 one and the Game of the Year God of War,
I
I
think it
think it would
deserves
be
elite.
somewhere elite. Yeah, it would be somewhere elite.
Elder Scrolls. Well,
Elder Scrolls, I'm sorry, I have not played Elder Scrolls, so I can't really say.
yeah, well,
Also not played
Elder
Elite.
Scrolls is a. For the first one
And
wasn't even supposed to be a continuation of games, but it produced a lot of good things. Elder Scrolls still has a lot of things. People are still waiting, and it's a played on meme.
Yeah,
Skyrim.
from what I have heard, Elder Scrolls seems to be a really good game. So
I've
only
never
based
heard
on
it.
people's opinions and people's reviews, I'd put it in elite.
I think Elder Scrolls deserve to be legendary. Main reason because of its backstory, how it came. Elder Scrolls 1 isn't even an RPG. Right? It's just a arena where you just battle monsters or do anything. Daggerfall, Daggerfall had the largest map, and it was normal. Morrowind
Hmm.
and especially Oblivion. Oblivion revolutionized in the AI mechanics, and I
Who
think
would you
that's
choose? Like Elder Scrolls or Witcher?
that's a tough one. If
See,
you
so
look as a series,
if
Witcher
we
is better, but you can't just put Elder Scrolls down. Main reason is because of Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim is probably one of the best. It's best game. It really has good features, good story. I mean, the story is also really good. It's political capture, and the High House have taken the castle of Cyrodiil. I mean, it's a good game. I'll put it in legendary. But what about you guys?
I think
I'd
I'll
put
put
it
the I don't like
elite. I'd
elite
put it in elite.
elite. I think I'll prefer
But
Witcher.
I'm not. We are not the
I'm
best
not
of judges
sure.
because we haven't played the
Yeah,
game.
I think
I
if
think
Orion was
I
here, I
think
think he
elite.
would have put legendary. 100%.
Yeah, I
I
can
mean,
agree
even
up to a certain
he
extent.
has played the same amount as you. He would have put
Yeah,
legendary. Skyrim deserves to be legendary, or Elder Scrolls at least. Okay, Spider-Man. Okay,
elite.
this.
Spider-Man elite. And I'm not only
El
talking about the PS4 Spider-Man or even the Miles Morales part. I'm also taking into consideration the previous ones, which are like based on Sam Raimi's movies, like Spider-Man 3
Yeah,
especially, or even
but if
Spider-Man
you look
2.
at
after
all the
one
Spider-Man,
also
if you
recent
look at
one.
all the Spider-Man, I think I'll put it in decent. Main reason is it had Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, where the gameplay was worst. Spider-Man 3 wasn't that great as Spider-Man 2, and the original Spider-Man, I can give it because, and people,
I have another reason. I'm not. I'm gonna bring another game, another Spider-Man game. I think many people must have forgotten this. If you guys remember Web of Shadows,
yeah, Web of Shadows.
Web of Shadows was a really good game in my opinion. I used to play it on my dad's laptop. It was really good. I mean, the story was really different.
Yeah, but
It
most of
involved
the
the likes of Black
Spider-Man,
Cat, Wolverine.
yeah, Web of Shadows is good, but the problem is it takes away the Spider-Man 2 or how the web swinging, all those experience for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's a different Spider-Man, but it's really good in its own way.
Yeah,
It's
Web
really
of
different
Shadows.
from
I
Spider-Man
mean,
2 or
Shattered
Spider-Man 3.
Dimensions was also good. Shattered Dimensions, if anyone played.
Yeah,
Uh,
even
it
that
had
was
good
really
plot.
good.
It had a good plot.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But I think it's between elite and decent, and I might put it in decent.
Okay,
What do you
I'd
say,
put it
Anand?
in Elite. What about you, Ananta? If you have played any one of these games or even seen it.
Yeah, I've seen Spider-Man for PS4. Uh, I think the gameplay was fairly. No, I don't know about the other Spider-Man, so I'm not really. I've
Okay.
never seen anything other than the PS4.
Well,
Okay, we'll put it in decent.
yeah,
We'll
because as
put
a
it in decent.
series, if you observe, you need to take in consideration of Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, which are
Yeah,
outright bad.
yeah, true. That's also true.
Okay, here's a fan favorite, Mario Bros. Super Mario.
Goes straight to legendary. I don't care. It goes
I
straight to
mean,
legendary.
this is even if you
I
remove the
mean,
nostalgia
yeah,
factor, it's a good game. When the new game here was really good, the Odyssey, I really liked it. I really like the original one also. I mean, all the games are really good, man. If you look at
Yeah.
Mario's Bros single-handed things, all the games are legendary.
Super Mario Bros. See, Super Mario Bros. Like what was it in 90s, 80s or 90s that it came out,
Yeah, yeah, 90s.
and it has still been able to get its way into the internet culture with memes and all that. Uh, it has. I mean, many people still play it,
Even
and
the
even
speed
the
run, they
game
even
itself
speed
is
run
really
it.
good. Yeah, speed running. The game itself also is so good. The gameplay itself is so good. I mean, I just want to keep it brief. There can not be any other game like Mario. You cannot make another Mario. Simple as that. There cannot be other game like Mario.
Yeah. Okay,
It's one of a kind.
okay, Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. I haven't played that much, but from what I've seen, it
I'll
is
put it
decent.
in. I'll put it in decent.
Yeah, even I'll put it in decent.
Okay.
From whatever I've seen, whatever I've played of Super Smash Bros. I found it decent. Not too great, not too bad.
Well, I
It's
mean,
good
there is a
enough.
positive, given there is a lot of characters you can choose from. You can choose any
Yeah,
fighting style, and it improves if you're putting Mortal Kombat in decent. I think even Super Smash Bros. Deserves
yeah.
to be in decent.
There used to be. I mean, I don't think you guys would know this at all. There used to be a Tom and Jerry game also like this, like Super Smash Bros. Where you can choose any character you like, and they'd be pitted against one another. And yeah, that mechanism was good. Super Smash Bros. Was somewhat similar to that. Uh, yeah, I mean that game I found decent. This game is quite similar, so yeah, I'd put Super Smash Bros. In decent as well. I'd agree with the decent position.
Tekken.
Tekken I'd put Tekken I'd put in I don't know, I'd put it in bad. I don't find it that great. Personally, I'm
Same.
obviously if there are some Tekken fans out there, I'm sorry in advance. I didn't find it that great.
I mean, the Tekken original was good. I didn't like the other ones. They
Yeah,
seem
the sequels
they
were
seem
bad. I mean,
broken. They seem broken. They're so broken.
yeah, I mean
It
there is
becomes
some shots are like you get a combo, you get really good damage, and then I think in the same combo you would get really bad damage. I It has happened to me. I mean I'm not gonna lie, it has happened.
yeah, I mean, Tekken
Un-
deserves to. Not gonna lie.
Uncharted
Yeah,
Uncharted.
is like
somewhere
Elite
between
or
elite
Legend.
and decent. Somewhere between elite and
I'm putting
Okay.
decent.
an
As a
elite.
series, see as a
Elite, I think
story, I
Elite.
really liked it. See, as a story, I really liked it. Especially, I played the first game. I'd got it free with my PS3, so I played the first game. First game, the story and the story. I mean, the story how it progressed was good.
Yeah.
The gun, the shooting aspect of it, I really liked. Shooting aspect was spot on. The graphics were not that great. Graphics were okay. I found it okay.
Well, I mean, I played Uncharted. I liked I liked four. Decent was good.
Yeah,
Decent was
even
good.
I think we played the three of us. We played four. Some I mean, at least
Yeah,
me and another
I
played
liked
some
four.
part of it.
The problem was the gun mechanics. Gunplay was a
Yeah,
bit boring.
they kind of messed up with the shooting aspect of it.
Yeah, overall the
But
story was good.
otherwise the world was really good. The scenery that they created for
Yeah, the
four
story
was
is
really good.
strong. The series was strong.
Story is also yeah, story is also quite strong.
Witcher.
Yeah, Elite is good. Okay, Witcher. I think this is
I
also an elite game. This is also an elite game. I mean, now obviously recently they made it into a Netflix original, which was also really good. Yeah, the
I mean,
gameplay, especially Witcher 3, I found
Witcher
really
3
good.
was amazing. Witcher 3 was amazing. Just, I mean,
The graphics were really good. Even the story was good. Yeah, elite for me.
Elite for you. I mean, given you also placed Skyrim in Elite, I think you can place it on Elite. But I think I
Yeah,
need to place Witcher in Legendary. Oh, let me
think
tell you,
just because
tell you
Skyrim
guys.
is in Legendary, I think.
Witcher deserves to be. Witcher easily deserves to
Yeah,
be. Main reason
Yeah,
is
King is
okay,
still
fine.
the
again.
three parts of Witcher had a strong running plot. Okay, and even the fighting mechanics of Witcher 1 was as good as Oblivion or Skyrim. At the you can use potion, and Witcher 3 was amazing. Witcher 3, the storytelling, the ending. I mean, CDPR, this is one of the best games they've ever created. And I think if they
They
took
made
their
a
time,
Netflix adaptation out of it.
Even if they took time in Cyberpunk, I think they could have created a masterpiece like Witcher. Witcher has a strong plot line. It has even the score is perfect. The score is really good. Graphics excellent, and you can't fault a lot of things in Witcher. The it's also choice based. You have different endings, different choices, and I think